Okay. And then mute it.
Yeah.
But you're going to be seeing it under input, and that is for all agents, even staff, unfortunately. So,
And we're gonna do some more profit share classes over the next
Yeah.
over the next month. So,
yeah, because it is a good opportunity.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, guys.
man.
Any
Yeah.
questions? Just email me, call me. You
Yep.
know how to reach me.
Thank you.
Except on Mondays.
No, you could call him on Monday. He's just not in the office on Monday. He's working. Ina. I always want to say it in a different way. Ina, all welcome, Ina, one of our new associates here. You'll be working with Peter O. Welcome, Ina. Who else do we have this week? Family reunion, 25th through 29th, still going. We're going to be running, for those of you not attending, we will do our best. I believe that, you know, they're a little cagey about what they're going to share, you know, with everyone, the different parts of the agenda that they're going to share, but they usually do state of the company and state of the market, which are 2-3 hour sessions that are amazing, have amazing slides, and that we'll talk about afterwards and during, and also just information on technology that is very valuable. So 25th through 29th, we'll be there. Rachel and I will be there. Charlotte.
Tiffany is going.
Come on.
I am undecided.
All right. Well, we'll
probably
work on you. What do we have? So, morning show. It you know, I never lose enthusiasm for promoting this because I think it's a great start to the day, even on those rainy, gray days, right, Christina? There you go. Christy this week has win the seller, work with buyers and sellers, make and receive offers, negotiate offers, get to the close. Lorna, I saw you popped off, your mic popped off. Was there something you wanted to say about the morning show?
No, just that we were talking about something very similar this morning, just how it gets us all kind of focused for the day, gets us out of, you know, whatever funk or rut, or if we're not in a funk or rut and we're feeling great, it allows us to spread that. So we love getting that focus in the morning.
Well, it fits into rituals that enhance my day, right? There are so many things that we encounter throughout the day that drain us of energy and focus and all of these things. You know, as much as I try to have a purposeful morning, maybe get up and do a little exercise, it'd be great if I meditated every day and, you know, and got on the morning call every day. I think that would pretty much do the trick for me. But starting your day properly is an amazing opportunity, and I believe that the morning show is part of that regime, right?
Thanks, Joey.
My pleasure. There you go. There's Christy's schedule. We got through that. Let's go that way. Scott's schedule is nurture your database, direct mailers. Wow. You choose on the 26th, command overview, referrals overview, and new agent orientation. You know, building referrals into your business plan, I think is very, very smart, and maybe we'll get Charlotte to talk about that someday, because Charlotte does a really great job at referrals. No?
Okay.
Yeah, she does. She's so modest. All right. Let's not forget the Menti meeting, 12:30 to 1:30. Samantha and myself. Also broker caravan every Tuesday. Guys, this is open for everyone. It's really fun to go out. We have a nice group. We'll take as many cars as we possibly can. But it's nice to go out. I plan a route every week, and we try to do some different areas. Yesterday we saw probably around 10 or so properties, and really the gamut. It was a good one. Yeah. So we just, for the most part, a email goes out on either Monday night or Tuesday morning with the route. We leave here around 11 o'clock, so you can just show up here and jump in a car, or you can jump and kind of coordinate and jump and do it yourself. But I really think doing it as a group is really wonderful, right? I encourage you all. Wheels on the bus. Rich Paisani, are you on today? I just saw him. So, all right, he's teaching a class today between 4 and 5. What you should be saying at your listing presentation. Rich's slant is contractual, I'm sure. So he's going to want to make sure you're hitting the points either in new laws and or in just in issues that he's seen come up in some kind of systematic way. There is a great article in the Car magazine this month. It is, I printed it out, hold on a second. It's called, actually, I would encourage you all to, there's some good stuff in there every once in a while, right? There's tips for growing the most, new laws, new year, new laws you need to know. And a lot of them are renter laws for the most part. Yeah, it's, you know.
But there are exceptions to many of those renter laws.
For small.
And I have been seeing a lot of agents posting stuff, not in this office, but just generally, that are not mentioning those exceptions. So it's important that you
Yep.
know them.
Yep.
One of the main things, just quickly, is the security deposit.
Yeah.
The governor passed a law in California, it's not an LA City law, that landlords are only now allowed, well, first of all, it doesn't go into effect until July, but everybody's saying, oh, landlords can only collect 1 month security deposit. That's very, very difficult for a small landlord because it takes more than a month to get a bad tenant out. So if you only have 1 month security deposit and you have to evict a tenant, if there's any damage,
Yep.
you're screwed. And there is an exception for mom and pop landlords. If the property is owned by a natural person or an LLC that's owned by a natural person, i.e. not a corporate rental, and you only have up to four units, you can still take 2 months security deposit. And that's super important for your mom and pop landlords to know. And I have seen 3 posts on Instagram of agents negating that, like saying, oh, you can't do that anymore, and it's just not true.
That's absolutely correct. And I think there's an exception.
Yeah, he just signed it a couple of weeks ago, so people are, it's all of California.
And I think there's even an exception for more than 4 if you can present it correctly.
Probably, but
Yeah.
it's right now, that's what it actually says.
Yep. That's one of the laws. That's one of them. Yeah. And very, very important. So, you guys, you're paying your membership dues to California Association of Realtors. You use the resources. Actually, out of the 3 memberships, I'll go on a little soapbox for a minute. The National Association of Realtors, the California Association of Realtors, and the local board. I think the best value in that is the California Association of Realtors. They give us zip forms. They have legal hotline. They have financial hotline. And they're responsive and they've got some good information. So, Ethan, one of his parting gifts is he scheduled car economist to come in. We're going to replace the office meeting with him. Do we have a date on that, Ethan?
We do. It's the second to last week in February.
Second to last weekend in weekend 21st, right before family reunion. Chief, we're gonna use this time for CAR's chief economist to come in and give a year projection. Well, he'll look back and he'll look forward, right? Is what they usually.
Oh, and as far as the renter stuff is concerned, the Los Angeles Housing Department is the resource you want to point people to. It talks about the rents.
Landlords?
And tenants. I got a call the other day from a tenant who said, they're selling my house, I have to leave. And I said, well, why do you think you have to leave?
Because they told me to.
because they told me to. This is a new law that I guarantee the owner doesn't even know about, because it just came out last, January, March, whatever it was. He is a long-term tenant. He's owed relocation if he leaves. The realtor that's selling the house told him he's owed $22,000 because he's been there a long time and he's over 65. That's not true. And I said, dude, if you can get the 22, take it. Because you're not owed that much. You're owed 1 month's rent. So people are just speaking out of their asses. They don't know what they're talking about. So it's helpful if you
Things
do.
have been changing so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's such a fluid
It's so hard to
conversation.
follow, so that's, like,
Yeah.
for the city of LA, yes, that's the research, but then we have to deal with Hollywood.
Yeah. They're all different. And
Yeah.
that's the other thing is LA, you got tenants or landlords in Pasadena and Beverly Hills and West Hollywood. They're all different. The security deposit, however, is a California law. It's not an LA city law. The just cause eviction law for single family homes and condos, the one that I just mentioned, that is LA city.
Thank you. Yeah,
Complicated.
and the county's doing more too. So it's always, it demurs to the most restrictive is basically what you have to look at, right? If the city is the most restrictive, or the state, or the.
County.
And I guarantee you, all of these will be litigated too.
Yep.
So who
But
knows?
in the
if they're gonna
meantime,
stick, But for now,
Yep, agreed. Farming 101 with Haley. That is on Tuesday, 2 to 3. Haley's been a great resource for a lot of agents in acquiring lists and information on for their farms or their calling and so on and so forth for the marketing. Excellent. Also, David and Jonathan are going to be, or John Adams, we're going to be teaching the FRIPTA documents, 1099s, 593. I don't even know what that is. And trust, I better take it. What is a 593? Anybody? All right, insider. All right, I'll be there. Eventbrite to go. Flow coaching every Monday and Thursday at 10 a.m. online. It's a great way to pour into yourself and your business. Focus on accountability and mindset. And for the most part, it's a great little piece to, guys. All of this is great information. It's what you have to figure out what resonates with you, but you have to try it to know if it resonates with you, right? Some people get on this, some people come to this meeting, some people go to the. It's great. Take it all in. It's all for you and all for you to be a productive, business person. Try it all and figure out what works for you, what inspires you, what makes it work for you. Oh, business planning workshop. It's not a business planning workshop per se. It is a workshop around your business plan. Okay. In other words, I'm not teaching business planning, right? What I want to use this time for is to help you in your individual business plans. We talked to 135 last week, and I thought that was really good in preparation for this, right? We had 3 business planning clinics at the end of last year. We have the 135, and now I want to do, I'll start with one if we need to do another one. Really, just come in with your business plan, come in with the questions, let's hone it, let's polish it, especially the activities, right? Especially the 135, I think is really valuable piece before you move it into your daily. God, I don't imagine myself like this. I don't know why. I have a whole different perception of what I am. Who I am.
You're a girl.
Yeah, I am. Pretty much. Book club, MRE book club, Thursday, 1 to 2 p.m. And that started on the 11th of January, but I'd say jump in. It's a great way to go through the MREA book in a collaborative environment. What do we have here? Holiday coaching call recordings, leadership, technology. This is all, these are all Keller Williams staff, recordings, in different, in mindset, profit, wellness. But this is all Keller Williams staff doing, talking about particular topics, unique topics. And those can all, you can scan it, or KW Connect also, you can access it. Don't miss out. All right, who's gonna pump this up? We are our monthly office mixer this month is going to be at Hamburger Mary's, and we are, it's our little farewell to Ethan. It's Thursday the 25th. That's next Thursday for this.
Tomorrow.
It's the 25th.
You're still in denial. Ethan's last day is Friday.
I would like to have been in December. And the show starts at 8. I would encourage everyone to get there by 7:30. We put a reservation in for 20 people. That got maxed out fairly quickly, and I think we got another reservation for more people. Yep.
Yeah.
So you just go and sign up. There is a $12 minimum per person, right? I will get us some food and the such to get us started, but it's $12 minimum. It's a drink or two. It's not an uber expensive place.
So the door isn't $12, you just need to spend $12 while you're there.
That's my understanding.
Okay.
Yep.
And is there
It's very loosey-goosey. Don't worry.
Are you gonna tell them what the venue is?
Yeah.
How everyone knows?
Oh,
I'm
if people
sorry.
haven't been there, they
I'm
probably
sorry.
should be
Oh,
aware.
all right. So it's Hamburger Mary's is a really, really great place in West Hollywood. They have drag bingo and drag shows. This is a drag show that starts at 8 o'clock. It's super fun and engaging, and it's a good time for all. Right?
It's a final kind of hurrah for Ethan. So
Oh, we're
it's
getting Ethan up on stage.
yeah,
Sure.
we're
Is Ethan gonna be in drag?
No.
But this is
That would be fun.
I know, right? But this is like his send off. So if you guys come, it's not just a regular mixer that we're just doing. We're doing a little something special for Ethan. So if you guys can make it, it'd be great. And I'm super excited because it's my first time ever going to one of these things.
Oh, really?
They're
Aw.
really fun.
They are really fun.
I'm a little more square, apparently, Joey says.
That's right down, it's close to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, fun. And a way for us to, engage with each other. It's important. Core services, Andy Kristenot, are you here today?
Hi, I am. I think hopefully Itati put in my little slide. Do we have that? There it is. You guys, guess what's back, everybody? It is the Dream for All. I don't want to get everybody's hopes up, but I've had a couple of questions. It was recently announced that the Dream for All Cal HAFA program is coming back in April. Again, not to get everybody's hopes up, there's $220 million allocated, that roughly with a maximum amount of $150,000 per person. That means roughly there are 1,466 loans available in the whole state of California. So I wanted to put it out there. There are some changes. We all know the last one went as quick as it was released. I think it's going to be a similar situation. They've made a few adjustments from a qualification standpoint. They will allow for a non-occupying buyer on this particular new release of the program. They will also allow for a 2-to-1 buy down on this program, whereas before they did not. So I wanted to get this information out ahead of time. There's some added procedural things that they tacked onto it. It is coming out. It's a great conversation piece. 1,500 loans through the state is not a lot. So if nothing else, it's certainly an entry for conversation. So
200 million now. What was the first offering? How many million? 50?
it was about the same. No, it was about the same.
Oh, 200? And it got absorbed in less than a couple weeks, right?
It was gone within 10 business days.
10 business days.
Yes.
Gave away $200 million in.
So, and it's only for single family residences, but it could be personal residences or income property.
No, it can't be income property. No, it has to. So so you can have a non-occupying cosigner on it according to the new rules. The other person has to occupy it. So, and then if you look at some of the notes in this slide, there's first time home buyer requirements and so on and so forth. You absolutely can't do any investment properties on any CalHFA program. So somebody has to occupy it. They've opened the door a little bit to allow for non-occupying cosigners, which helps, but they didn't need help filling this product up, right? So yes, it has to be owner occupied. You can't do investment property.
April. And so the question, so kind of there's preparatory stuff you can do to position yourself for the release, right? And that would be, there's a class you need to take, right?
There is, so you have to, everybody, whether it's the Stream for All program or not, any CalHFA program, the client is required to do a certification, a seminar, like an education class kind of thing. I believe it's 8 hours. And then they're required to also make a phone appointment with a CalHFA rep. And that can take some time to book that appointment too. If you look on this release, these notes on the release, the applicants are going to be randomly selected. So once they go through the process, they go through the education, they get their certification that says that they've done the education and so forth, and that they've been pre-approved by a CalHFA approved lender, then they get put into this portal and people will be randomly selected to get this Dream for All. They've also lowered the loan amount. I don't know if you guys remember last time, the loan amount was higher than it is now. So they capped it at 150, which is good. So
they will contribute 150.
Right. And remember, this is a shared appreciation program. So unlike a down payment assistance where, it goes on like a silent second, this is a shared appreciation. If somebody qualifies and gets the 20% down payment, when they go to sell it or pay off the loan, so like in a refinance situation, CalHFA gets their 20% back, plus they get a portion of the equity. So it's a shared appreciation versus a standard down payment assistance loan where a lot of times the seconds or the thirds or whatever are potentially forgiven, or they're silent, or whatever the case is. So this is a shared equity position.
Can I ask a question? Andy, is this income specific or
Yes.
area specific?
It is not area specific. It is income driven. The max income limit for LA County is 155.
For a household.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that 150 would be the max 20% on the property. So obviously the property would have to be,
Unless you bring the money in yourself.
Oh, you can put your own. Okay. Okay.
So
there's more to come. I wanted to just kind of get it out there. Again, just open the door for conversation with potential clients. It will likely go fast though.
You have some runway. If you think your client, here's my suggestion. You have some runway. If you think your client may be interested in it, have them get in line for a phone call and take the 8-hour classes right now, right?
Yep, exactly.
Thank you, Andy.
Can you leverage you on some level or get you in on this, are you the other option if they don't get this?
I didn't hear the question.
If you have a client who is interested, they can go through you to get the loan, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's
Absolutely.
Right. All right. Thanks, Andy.
Thanks,
Have a great
guys.
day.
You too. Bye.
But good to hear you. Okay.
I didn't want to distract from the details.
Oh my. Duncan, how you doing today?
Good. How are you?
Good, sir.
So how's it going, everybody? Just want to say, as always, we have the door hangers, and we did get ones that have new messaging. I don't know, it's probably blurry on your end, but it says, do you know your property's value? I do. Let's talk. And again, they have slots to put your business card in. So these ones are kind of prompting them to do, to get you to call for CMA. So pretty cool messaging in terms of that call to action. So if anyone wants these, do hit me up and let me know. Also wanted to mention, I know I've spoken about it before, but sellers coverage. Guys, this is a great way to differentiate yourself in a listing appointment. And I'm going to put together like a sheet with some bullet points on how you can verbalize that in a listing appointment to kind of set yourself apart. But again, seller's coverage would cover the seller for certain items in the home, such as appliances, while the home is being listed during the listing period and even during the escrow period up to the day of close. So as always with a home warranty, nothing is guaranteed, but it's very nice to let them know they may have that peace of mind that some of the major items that could break during the listing could potentially be covered through the home warranty. And again, the cost is very nominal. It's $1 and change a day. And, it might be something you want to pick up for them as a incentive and just let them know, hey, I'm willing to pay for this for you. Other agents out there aren't doing that. So it's a great way to differentiate yourself on that. And the other big piece of information I wanted to throw out there as some of you may know, we also do NHD reports. One thing I wanted to say about that is the new Fortress Fire report. There's a lot of questions coming up on that. We do have a specialist internally that specializes on that, but that is an option to get through our NHD reports. And if you have more questions about Fortress Fire or what it's about, we could always connect you with someone internally about that. So that's what I have today. And again, thanks for everything you guys do in all your business. And I'm glad to see, I was out there on Sunday at some opens and it was extremely busy everywhere I went. So it's really exciting to see people out and about again. And I think it's going to be a good year. So super excited for that.
Hey, Duncan, can I just set up a scenario for you? Tell me if this works. It's about the seller's policy, right?
Yeah.
So I get my seller, they sign the listing package. I get them to sign, I buy them the seller's home warranty. And then after that, we do a general inspection to prep to go on to listing. And the general inspection pops up some stuff. Can I then go to you and start to try to clean that stuff up proactively?
Good question.
Is that something that can happen?
To my knowledge, yes, but I would want to reconfirm that internally. So I don't want to say 100%, but to my knowledge, yes. As of now.
I was just thinking.
No.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Duncan.
Yeah, of course.
As usual. Haley, you want to tell us about your class? How's it going, Haley?
Hi, guys. I don't have too much of an update today, but I just want to let you guys know I am here for all of your title needs, whether you need a property profile for an appointment, farming information, or if you need a preliminary title report. For our prelims, our team does have a really fast turnaround time, and we typically send those out within 24 hours. And if you have a special request and you need that same day, we can also try and accommodate that as well. So if you guys have any questions or you need anything, please don't hesitate to reach out. And I do look forward to seeing you guys in person on the 30th for that farming class. During that farming class, I'm going to be going over farming best practices. And I'm also going to be going over examples of what a year-long outreach plan can look like for your farm.
Excellent, 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 excellent. You have some fans. Helped some people already, and they're very, very grateful for your help. Thank you, Haley.
Of course.
You have a great day.
You too.
What do we got? Birthdays, David Kaplan, Mike Lim, and Jen is this week. All right. Also, we have closings. Stefan, congratulations. Heidi close to. Tiffany and Rachel, Shia Lowenstein again. Pete and Zach on Wilcox, and Christina Kim on a mysterious closing that is not in there. New escrows, Valentine Group, Nina Chia, Marissa Tranquilli and Antron all have new escrows this week. Marissa, I want to just shout out to Marissa because this is one of her clients that she's been trying to sell these 2 parcels for quite a long time, and she was able to find the buyer and really made it work, and really, that's why her clients keep coming back to her. She's probably done 15, 20 deals with these same 2. I won't call them flippers. They restore.
Are these the Highland Park people?
This is the Highland Park property, right? It's a lot and then a commercial building next to it, like a historic commercial building. They do historic stuff. Closed leases. Michael Flanagan, congratulations. Matthew Lobby and Day Young Her all have closed leases this week. New listings. Pete Bonacore on Arden, back on, committed to selling this 17.5 or 1,750,000. It's a big fixer in a great area. It's right around the corner, ready to go for development. Pete's client bought it and thought that they were going to develop it, and then fell in love with the west side while they were waiting. And
East side.
They're in the east side?
Yeah, they're in Orange, they're in Orange County.
Oh. I didn't know. I thought they were
South side.
the beach. Huh? Yeah. That's all. Well, that's what she calls Orange County. Manhattan Beach is not quite. Anyway, Blair.
Comes with the pool.
Hey, Lynn.
Hey.
Joey.
Hi, Pete. Pete.
Arden is a major fixer.
Not to be confused with Lynn's, who's a major fixture also.
It's a speculator property, but.
Lynn's needs more.
Well,
I
know. About this is,
Lynn.
it's a non-contributing feature of the HPOZ, which continues to set up. It gives
No.
a tremendous
I didn't know that.
flexibility in terms of what you do with the property on the outside.
Yeah. That is not as common as you would think within the Hancock Park HPOZ.
Right, and so by the way, we had it on the market in November, we had 8 offers, we drove up the price, and the seller at that time was the owner, decided not to be a seller. So we had to pull it off. We bought another property, so now it's committed to selling.
Pete, I got a question. It's not contributing, but if you were to tear it down and put up something completely new, then you have to abide by the HPOZ?
You have to.
Which HPOZ is it
Everything
in?
has to be
Right.
run through the.
Yeah.
And I've seen instances where they let, well, I think it's a sell, that's in that just recently sold for 15 million. It's a huge contemporary property. I mean, it's steel and glass, and they let someone put that right in the middle of all these beautiful, huge historical homes. And then another one that was on the cul-de-sac on Riptown, they were doing a non-contributing feature property, and they were doing a more contemporary, and they stopped them in their tracks after it was just about approved, and made them switch to a Mediterranean food.
Which HPOZ is this in?
That one was Hancock Park.
This one.
Hancock Park, this is from.
Okay, that's the difference. Hancock Park is harder because it's newer. They're more, yeah.
But it's dependent on who the board's is at that time.
Yeah, the Hancock Park wouldn't let me put a chimney brace on my house. So I threatened to sue them that the chimney might fall in on somebody. And then they were like, oh, okay. Yeah, it's the newer ones are harder to work with than the ones that are more established.
Well, they're still asserting themselves, right?
Yeah, and Hancock Park's one of the newer ones. It's 2008.
Great. Oh, and then Lynn, in addition, is yours in an HPOZ, Lynn?
No. It seems worse than it is. It's just all boarded up. It's slotted in.
Yeah.
But it's got a nice foundation. It's very level. I've seen underneath.
It's actually, the flooring's fine. It's just, water intrusion and or.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
But the
It's a-
heart of the doors, the wood, I mean, that opalescent stain.
there's still a bunch of original features left to it. The house has not been added on to. In the back there, maybe it's in the back, maybe. Yeah. Oh, no, it's up to. So tell me what the exit strategy opportunity
I would
is.
say do it upright, $1,850,000.
Owner user, it's not a price for a flipper, is it?
It is, it's not, the lawyer involved with the trust told me this now. But
Okay.
I don't think it's been traded. I mean, I personally think, but the offers are
What do you
coming in
yeah.
at $1,150,000.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense. But it needs around 5, right?
Okay, my contractor said 350.
350.
And one guy who's interested brought in one of those property bro guys, in Syria supposedly. And that guy said he could do it for 380, make it a few. So I don't know. I mean.
Yeah.
Hopefully that one buys.
Let's call 400, right? And so let's go 411, you're at 15. And then, that property, what could that property brothers done with all in at 1.15, all in at 1.5.
I would say.
How much do you think it's helpful? That's your area. 1.9? Oh, really? Okay, excellent. Excellent. Yeah, 'cause it's a big house too. It's got some- Yeah, the trees really confuse it because it's a craftsman style house, right? And it has really low profile roof line and big timbers going through it. It's got a lot of details that can be worked on. Yeah, no, I think it's a great opportunity.
Enter at your own risk too.
Was that
It was.
that the one yesterday that was?
Yeah, my sinuses are my allergies kicked in pretty quickly. Brandon has a 519 square foot, 1-bedroom. It's not a
Studio.
bedroom, 1 bath, $575,000 downtown, San Francisco.
It's the Metropolis building.
The what?
It's the Metropolis.
Metropolis, yeah. It's a nice little unit. It's been living there for 2 years. Oh, did I pass one? No, same one. Paul U, Rainbow Glen Drive in Santa Clarita, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,469,000 square feet, for $675,000. Leases, Sharon Basomsky, 1120 20th Street, 1-bedroom, 1-bath, 700 square feet for $2,200 per month in Santa Monica. And pocket listings coming soon. What do we got? Who's got something going on?
I have a coming soon in East LA, 543 East.
Is it Monterey Park?
It's like Montebello, East
Montebello.
LA, right there between Garfield, Whittier, and Olympic. 2-bedroom, 1-bath, 1,800 square feet on a 4,150 square foot lot. Being renovated, should be done in about 4 weeks.
Move-in ready.
Yeah, move-in ready.
What's the cost, what's the asking
We're
price?
thinking like $595.
195? And hope, that's the listing price?
No, actually, we're thinking $560.
560.
Off market for like $650, but probably gonna get like around the high fives.
Okay, excellent.
And I have one coming next week in Valley Village, 5741, I believe is the address, Agnes Avenue, 3-bed, 2-bath, totally renovated. Little under 1,700 square feet with pool, sweet little neighborhood, very close to the freeway. Can't hear the freeway, but for access, it's super easy.
I can vouch for that. You can't hear the freeway. On the map, your clients will not want to go there because they'll be like, oh my gosh. But trust me, I sold a house literally where the freeway was on the other side of the mall and you can't hear it.
And because of that, we are pricing it low. We're gonna go out at 125, with the hopes that it will go over. Off market would be 1.4.
Well, something like that strategically, you want to get as many.
Well, it's
people
the
there as
issue is when they
possible.
look at the map,
Yeah,
it's
the problem.
not as close to the freeway as Tracy's is, but when they look at the map, that little pocket looks like it's
Yeah.
too close,
So
so.
you want to do anything you can to incentivize people to get
Exactly.
there and look at it.
And when people,
But we're gonna do photos on Friday, so if anybody has anybody interested, I should have some photos over the weekend.
and when people do look at it, just for everyone's knowledge, like my listing went well over asking with multiple offers. So that area, once you get your client in, they will like it. So
It's really sweet. It's like cul-de-sac, really, really sweet area. Actually, this is the second time I'm selling this house.
Excellent. Lynn, is that a raised hand? Elizabeth. I'm sorry, threw her off. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's on Melrose Avenue near Kingsley. 5,680 square foot, lots commercial. And the guy's ex-wife wants me to find a buyer to sell.
What do you think its value?
1.5.
What's the improvement that's on there now?
He has his office there. He did a lot of really well.
There's a building on there. It's an
There's a
office building.
On there, yeah.
Is that its highest and best use, or do you take it down and build something else, or?
You can, there's a tire shop next to it.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, I think previously it was a kindergarten.
Okay.
Like
Commercial on Melrose, around Kingsley, about 5,000 square foot lot. Is that what you said?
5,600, yeah.
5,600, and it's now a two-story
Two-story
office type building. Okay, and how many square feet is the office
I think it's 2,300
total?
total.
Parking in the
Yes,
back?
lots of parking.
Okay, excellent. Excellent.
So if anyone's.
Has somebody in that,
I'll take you
excellent.
in that in the garden.
Okay, she'll make it happen. Thank you, Elizabeth. Anybody else? Anybody online? Want to share anything coming soon? Pocket listings? Before we move to,
Not a pocket listing, but I'm just gonna mention the Chinatown lease again. I know I brought it up a couple times and it's a little tricky because there's not a lot of commercial people in this office, but it's a super cool space. If you've got any artists looking for a gallery, it's
creative
on
space.
really great creative space,
In a
or
great
people
area,
that do
too.
podcasts. It can be divided, because there's a whisper room. They're like 50 grand, these whisper rooms. And the rate's pretty reasonable. It's on Chungking Road, right off the 110. Again, you can't hear the freeway at all, but really fun little walking street. And when they have gallery openings, it's like the vibe down there is just really
It's very cool.
nice.
What is a whisper room?
It's a recording studio, but it's a brand of recording studio that,
Oh, that's in there
Yes.
already. They have.
yeah, it's already there.
Oh, wow. Wow, excellent. Anyone else before I move into all service moving?
in the back of your head, in the future, there's a listing coming in Laverne, single family home. I'm gonna work on it.
Okay.
And then there's also a townhouse in Anaheim coming in the future.
I can feel it.
They both need some work, so they're not ready yet. But just if you have someone thinking about it and have a client go, no, they're gonna go out there in the spring, hit me up because they're probably ready soon.
Let's make a deal.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We have one more.
Yeah,
I'm still
proceed.
marketing those 4-unit income properties down south. The prices are being.
Down south where?
28th Street and 41st Street.
Okay.
They're at 5%
It's not that far
cap
down
rate.
south, yeah.
2022 construction at a 5% cap rate. And they are.
And they're income property? And those are great, people, based on these laws we were just talking about. A 2022 build is exempt from everything as far as
Another 14
rent
years.
increases. Yeah, you got 14 years on that before you're subject to the rent cap laws.
What's the price on that one?
They have been reduced a couple $100K. One was at 2.65, now it's at 2.5, and the other one was at 2.3, I think, and now it's like 2.1.
How many units in each?
It's 4 units, 2 apartment buildings, fully rented out, 5% cap rate. So
At the
they
new
need to
price?
At the new price, I'm not sure.
So it might be even higher.
It might be even higher, but they need to liquidate these funds as a developer that's having a bunch of stuff going on right now. So they're not off market, but I get to pass around the information.
Is the one near USC?
I think
It's
they're
a 28.
near Vernon or.
Okay.
They're close, they're further east. What's the rental rate for those?
I have to bring them up.
Oh, I'm just curious. No, don't worry. We'll talk. It's just it's interesting, you know, it's a 4-unit still, you know, we're talking about.
Yeah, 4 unit with the parking. with
So about
everything,
500 plus a door.
Yeah, if you know anybody.
Yeah, excellent. All right. Samantha, also, no,
It didn't work out for today, so she'll
we'll get back to her.
she'll be in February.
All right, it's all good.
Can we do wants and needs?
Well, I have a need.
Christina, the slide came up, she's in. Christina, what's your need?
So I'm looking for a warehouse right now, industrial warehouse. The office space itself doesn't really have to be that big. We can work with like a 1,500, 2,000 square foot, not a big deal. What we really need is one that is standalone. It has to be able to be gated and closed off, or it's already gated and closed off. And I need the lot to be like, we're looking at something around like 15K or above. Parking. So they've got a lot of company trucks. And so I've already put them in one space. They've outgrown it. Now we're looking for additional spaces.
Purchase or?
So we're looking for purchase. We're open to lease, but ideally I'd like to push them to purchase now. So they can get out of the paying someone else's mortgage. So, you know.
Area?
Yeah, what area?
Oh, so Santa Fe Springs is an area that they've mentioned. You know, right now they're in Glendale at a very expensive location. So kind of like in that whole vicinity of like East LA, Santa Fe. Maybe.
Outside of LA.
I mean, we're
City?
okay. Yeah, we're okay with LA, you know, so just anything more on the east side. So, because that's where the workers are kind of at. So anything around there, I'm open to.
Manufacturing or just storage and distribution?
So,
Storage.
I mean, because of what they do, they can go into any space, any commercial zoning, but their zoning specifically is that they're just in a kind of like a warehouse storage space.
Storage.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Charlotte, do you have something?
I still need a lease in Beverly Hills up to 12,000. Good curb appeal, gated, hedged would be lovely. 3-bedroom, at least 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Can have a pool, doesn't have to have a pool, please, anyone?
Adam's looking to make friends. Yes. Tell them what you need, Adam.
We are looking to buy off market only. If it's on the market, unless it's really some type of weird thing that's a problem selling, anything east. Anything from kind of east of here, all the way into Pasadena, Altadena, anything in Nela, Glendale, Silver Lake, Echo Park, Los Feliz, Toluca Lake.
Laverne?
No. Nothing in Arcadia, San Gabriel, Rolling Hills, anything out there, forget that. Anything out, maybe Burbank, if it's in the big show.
So I think it's important for people to know, you know, a little bit about you in that, you know, Adam and his wife, Victoria are I would say they're a development team, right? And in that they create a product that I think is really a standout, right? Victoria and Adam both have like great taste and curation on the properties that they develop. They're not cookie cutter in any way. Each one has a personality and that they lean into and develop. And Adam has a very conservative financial framework that he works within, and every time they've done a project, they've exceeded the expectation, right? And I tell you that because he's not looking for one of his developers. He's looking.
This is for myself, we pay fees, you used to go to the agents, you know, I'm not looking to be an agent, you know, it's your deal, you can take both sides of the deal, whatever. You know, we can even talk about on the resale, on what to do there, if the numbers are there. We're looking for anything that makes sense, anything. Now, it could be, you know, hoarders, houses that are disgusting, trustee sales like those, you know, anything that's got problems on it or difficult to sell, they need time or need special accommodations, whatever, you know, and it doesn't have to be a total wreck either. It could be a decent house that's just old, you know, or dated, but the numbers have to make sense. So in that neighborhood, if something is selling at, I don't know, 700 a square foot, and nothing in the high end has ever exceeded 900 a square foot, it's not gonna make any sense. You know, if the price point has to be lower. If there's room for additions, JADUs, ADUs, 2 on a lot, oversized lots, and just anything that's weird, I'll look at anything, but just send it, be happy to look at it, and I'm happy to share you the numbers as well.
Yeah.
You know, on what makes sense.
For newer agents, this is your first developer relationship.
Yeah, we've been,
And it's a quality one. I mean, I'm a super
we've
fan.
been flipping and developing for 11 years. So we've done everything from ground up, hillside, steel construction, quick flips, in and out, 6-7 months. You know, it goes, just anything that makes sense. We'll build, we'll tear down, if that makes sense. It just has to make sense. And most of it does not.
Yeah, understandable. Go out there and find it. Make a new friend. Right? Right? Thank you, Adam. Was that it?
Adam.
Who else? Who else has,
Question about the one with the tenant.
wants, needs, fill the bucket? Anybody? Any other wants and needs? Anybody online wants and needs? Anybody? 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 Okay, all right. Come on around. You have to come to the front of the class to do that.
I just want to say thank you to everyone for welcoming me back with open arms and warm hearts, and it's just a pleasure to be here, and I'm so excited to help the new agents, and I'm gonna do my best to help the old agents if you need anything and I can help, but yeah.
The number one is they prefer not to be called the
Old age.
Seasoned agents,
Seasoned.
prior member agents.
Yeah.
Prior member agents. But yes, so my goal is to be helpful to everyone if I can.
You
Thank you.
are amazing, Samantha. Thank you so much. I'm gonna torture everybody a little, right? It's the nature of my beast. Who else?
Can I do one more for Ethan? Yes.
He ran out the door.
Yeah, he left.
Yeah, he's avoiding the spotlight.
He's just
Ethan, he literally is hiding.
hiding.
Literally. Come on, we're both wearing cardigans today. Come inside. No, come on. Now one more step.
Let me see your face one more time.
Yeah, go sit up there with, go sit next to Tracy. You guys want to fill his bucket up or something?
My bucket is full.
We will miss you dearly.
I'll miss
Ethan.
you guys
You're
too.
Such an amazing addition to this office, and you
Was
helped
too quick.
take it to another level, and you've been such a pleasant and wonderful person to be around, and you help us all grow our businesses, and thank you for everything.
Yeah.
Wish you all the best and keep in touch, and we hope to stay in touch.
Yeah.
Thank
We
you.
hope you come back.
That's what we really.
Yeah.
That's what this is about, huh?
Get transferred back.
Thank you.
We just want you to know that you're loved.
I feel
We
it.
want you to go away.
Feel the love.
I feel it.
You feel it?
With a more than healthy connection to this office and everybody in it.
Yeah, thank you guys so much.
Feel the pain.
This is our meeting time.
Okay, anybody else? All right, we're wrapping it up anyway. You guys have a great week. See you next week. Don't forget about Hamburger Mary's tomorrow, right? We'll have a bowl.